Hey everyone, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Taking a walk down on the road with Hella and the pups. Gonna show you guys what we got done here. Easy, hey. Hella, wait. Want to show you guys what we got done on this road. We ended up making a grand total of 5 trips, 14 5-gallon buckets per trip. I know a lot of people were like, oh, use a dump trailer, blah, blah, blah. But with the 5-gallon buckets, you load the bucket one time, put it on the truck, take it to exactly where you want to put it on the spot. Good boy, Caesar. Put it right where you want to put it, and you can dump it out. And I like doing it that way. I find it easier. Not that any kind of time you're moving stone is easy, but it definitely it's definitely one way of doing it. A lot of downed tree branches. All right. So we're going to start showing you around the corner here of what we did. Just wanted to get, obviously we put three of the loads went into the turn. So we're going to walk all the way down to the turn and I'll show you all that. But the other 2 loads ended up going into the road here so that we could, where this stuff was wet, that's what got stone. So we'll probably have more gravel brought in later this year. Oh, excuse me. We'll wait till we're into the dry season, and we will go from there. Now, I still have a pile of stone back behind the kennel. So we use pretty much, so here, I'm walking right past it. So we hit this area here, we hit this spot here. Could probably have added a bucket to this spot, but haven't. I plan on doing a little bit more of this, guys, just so you know as well. But, yeah, so it's just a matter of, hitting the spots that were the bad spots. So we'd hit this spot here. Quite a bit of stone went right into this area here. That was actually quite a few buckets into that spot. And then over here, we hit on both sides. We hit some of the stone was here, some went there. This is a spot that gets a lot of water. So we definitely wanted to, add a bunch into this area here. And then we hit this spot down here. This was a pretty good sized rut through here. So we added a lot of stone there. And then now I still need to do a couple buckets. I'll have to do like one here, one there. I'll hit another one here. I'll do another bucket here. And we hit this area here as well. I still could add a couple more buckets here. So that's actually one of the plans that I had to do, and it ain't happening today. But I can address that this week. I'll just do 5, 6, well, probably 8 to 10 buckets. I'll load them up and then, bring them up here and put them where they need to go. But, and like I said, probably a load can go right there, 1 bucket there at least. So there's a couple spots that definitely can get hit. But hitting those low spots, it makes it driving in and driving out so much easier. And, when you have this type of driveway, it's going to be maintenance every year. So what we want to try to do is, if we can put a couple of loads of stone every year into the driveway, into the where you're driving, you just have them start at one spot and take it as far as you possibly can with the number 2 stones. and just keep doing that. And then, you know, then have, by the end of the year, we'll have one load dumped up there so that we can do maintenance. And so that's part of the game plan longer term, to be able to take care of things and that type of thing. Hella, hey, here, girl. Come on, let's go. So, good pups, good listening. So we're almost down to the other turn. Yeah, this driveway, folks, is absolutely long. It's a long driveway. We have put a lot of money into this driveway in stone. It's absolutely been crazy. Now that turn right through here where we just walked through, it's in really good shape right now. That was a spot that was always wet. So we had it laid in thick there last year in that area. And and then of course we have to address, you know, this turn up here with getting the culvert fixed, getting a better culvert, and that type of stuff as well. So that's all just a matter of, you know, getting the culvert, digging the stone out that we've put in there, putting the new culvert in, recovering it, and then securing both ends, you know, using rebar and concrete bags, so we don't have a blowout again. That would be ideal. You know, that's the ultimate plan, is to not have that happen again. So, all right. So I'll show you up here what we did. And it may not look like this, guys, but this was 3 loads of 14 5-gallon buckets of stone through this area. And if you guys remember the first load that we brought up, it all went right there on that side. I added a few more buckets up here because that was a raw spot, if you will. And then we added more through here. And there's my water dogs. Where is he? There's Zeusy. Watch, he'll go right in. He don't care. Right in he goes. Watch. I'm surprised he didn't. So, but so this whole thing here, we added, like I said, we added, you know, 14 buckets by 5 gallons 3 times through this whole area to build this up more. And this time it was all number 2 stone, where when we were pulling out of here, you know, it was a lot of mixed gravel, so it was a lot of smaller stuff. So hopefully with a better base, there we go, I knew that was going to happen. What happened? What happened? See, that's my water dog. That's Zeusy. Zeus loves the water. And there goes Caesar. He don't care either. He's like, oh, look at me. They are having a freaking blast. They love the water. Too funny. All right, puppies, come on. Come on, puppies. But like I said, a lot of work's been done on this road. A lot of money's gone into this road. Now it's a matter of maintaining it, making sure it stays good, that we stay ahead of the potholes. If things start getting messy, just getting on them right away. And so that was why this month we really wanted to get into stuff and get stuff squared away. So I will tell you what, I was really sore last night. So I was cramping up, not in my calves, but in my upper thighs. inner part of my leg, that just the hamstring area, that's where I was cramping up at, and that was not fun. I will tell you that. That was not fun at all. So, no, but I thought it's a beautiful day. Everybody's now gone except for Dave. Dave is still here, and he'll be here for another week. And I'm like, well, it's nice out. We'll go for a nice walk, a nice stretch of the legs, and I'll show you everything that we got done. But it's gorgeous down through here. You know, and it's like people that, you know, don't realize, you know, I live back, when I tell people I live back in the woods, I live back in the woods. So, come on puppies, here we go. But, yeah, like I said, I enjoy it. And, like I said, nobody's close. And that's what I like even more. So, a lot of peace and quiet. And so here, if you'll see here, there's a phone line, or power line. So it goes there, and it goes up there to that property up there. That's where the power line ends, is up to the property that's up here. And so when I couldn't get out earlier this year, I actually had to call the power company because it had come down from up the hill, and it was down across the road here, the power line. So I was stuck until they could get that squared away. So that took a couple of days for them to do that. And but yeah, there's from this point forward, like I said, there's the power line. And then, like I said, that goes up the hill to, there's a camper up there, and nobody's in that camper right now. But yeah, the rest of this way back here, that's it. And there's no power lines back here. So, you know, and like I said, that is perfectly okay with me. I wasn't going to be on the grid anyway. So here is some of the trees that got cut up from when everything came down. From we had the storm. There's some more there. And there's a tree that came down. I'll show you this over here. Got to keep an eye on this time. It's almost time for me to jump off of here. But I wanted to show you up here. Come on babies, up here, up here. There's a tree down right over here that came down recently in a storm. Come on, Hella girl. Come on, Hella girl. But then up here was where trees were down too. You can see some of the stuff that we cut up. And there's another tree right there that went down that came out over here. Come on, babies. Hella girl. So, and there was one of the trees, and that was that one there. So, there she is. Good girl, Hella. So you can see that root ball of that tree that went down. But it happens. It happens. All right, guys, I am going to jump off here. I hope you enjoyed this walk. It's beautiful in these woods. I absolutely love it. And there's another tree snapped off there. I'll show you that one. And so there's that. Coming up around the corner, I'm going to actually wait. I wanted to show you this. I've showed it, I think, before in other videos, but I'll show you guys again. There is a spring box up here. Another water source, okay? And this is a natural spring that comes right out of the hill. And I'll show you that. And it's right around the corner up here. Hey, babies. Good puppies. Wet puppies. Yeah, everybody's a wet rat puppy. Yes, they are. All right. We'll walk around here and I'll show you this. And then I will jump off this video. So I wanted to give you an idea too. When I say I'm up in the woods too, so there's part of my property comes all the way down into this valley down over here. So, and then it goes back up the other side, and you'll see a place up over here on the other side of the ridge up higher up. But so here's the spring box up here, and I don't know how long this has been here. Obviously, it's not on my property, but it's it's another water source if need be. And so they have it. It comes out up over here, and then it just feeds right into this box, and they always have this box here, so you can tell that's a very, very old box. And that's been there for a long time. But again, it's another water source, and that's a spring that comes right out of the hill. But yeah, you can see right down into the valley down there. So I'm up over here is my property, and then down through on that side is mine all the way around the mountain. So it's definitely higher elevation, and we're higher up. So all right, now we're at 15 minutes. I'm jumping off of here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this walk. I'm very, very blessed to be where I'm at. I absolutely believe so. That I found this property, and that I have peace out here, and that I can let these guys, like this, just run and not have to worry about anything. That's important. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.